You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into TV8's Good Morning Vail for your Sunday, March 2nd edition. It is wild that this month has gone by so quickly, and I'm going to keep saying that until March is over and we're into April. But we've got a great national holiday to celebrate today. It is Read Across America Day. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a huge reader. I love to dive into a book and kind of fall into this fantasy world. Well, we're going to introduce you to authors, books, all for the next hour of Good Morning Vail, and it's all going to kick off right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Indulge in the bold flavors of Makoto at Grand Hyatt Vail. Make your reservations today.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
It's time for Lens of the Day, sponsored by Eyepieces of Vail. Eyepieces of Vail has locations in Basalt, Snowmass, Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, and Edwards for all of your eyewear, and in this case, helmet needs. Today we're going to talk about the Smith Nexus. Now, there's been a lot of new technology that has taken place in some of these helmets. This is no exception to that. The helmet has 22 different vents, so it offers, a lot of comfort, whether the temperature you're skiing in is cold or a little bit warmer. So all throughout the season, this helmet is a perfect option for you. It's also got MIPS, which most helmets now are getting the MIPS, that multi-impact protection that allows you the mobility of the helmet, so when you hit or take a direct impact, it inflects it around so you don't feel a direct force. A new technology that's built into this helmet is Choroid. Now, Choroid is a series of tubes that also impact direct forces. So that allows the injury not to be sustained to the person wearing it, but to be impacted throughout the helmet. You'll see some of the impact joints right here, similar to what you see on some of the new NFL helmets, to where it takes that force off of who is going to receive it and disperses it throughout the helmet. What a great product this is, and it's so durable. This is something that is going to last season after season. So Smith has great technology. The Choroid is something new that they're building in the helmets. You partner these with some Smith goggles, and you've got the best technology to allow for a very safe and enjoyable day on the mountain, whether you're snowboarding or skiing. It's going to offer everything that you want. Eyepieces of Vail, great partner here at TV8 and Good Morning Vail. Make sure you visit one of their local areas, whether you're in Basalt, Snowmass, Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, or here in Edwards.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging on to our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Good morning, Vail.
Ali Teague from the Bookworm of Edwards stopped in 2024 to give us the must-reads for the year. Well, if you missed those and you haven't picked them up or put them on your list, well, now is the time to do so. I can't wait to see what she recommends for the top reads of 2024.
Luckily you can see me, but you can see a book right up here. We got a giant stack of books on the table here because we have Allie from the Bookworm of Edwards, and we're talking the top 12 books of the year.
Heck yeah, we are.
So Allie, the Bookworm of Edwards, first off, it's a beautiful spot.
Thank you.
Little cafe, all the books you want. You can talk to the staff there. What's it like working in there?
It's awesome. It was supposed to be a one-year job that has now been 6, so you can tell it's a great place to be.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, let's jump into it.
Sweet.
We got the 12 top books, and how do you kind of pick these?
So we get together as booksellers, and throughout the whole year, whatever we're reading, which is a wide array of books, we get together about this time of year and decide which ones are our favorites and which ones we could recommend with our whole hearts to anybody who walks in the store. And these were the 12 that made the top list.
Amazing. So if you really like one of these, stop in the Bookworm and pick it up and get going on it. You got time before the year ends to get another book in, or save it for next year. But is it stacked in order?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one we got here is The God of the Woods.
Oh yeah.
A novel by Liz Moore. What's going on here?
This was our best book of the year.
Okay.
We loved this book. This one's awesome for any thriller fans, mystery fans. It's actually set in a summer camp in the 70s. So it has a wide array of interest as far as like time periods that it's set in and kind of how it moves and how fast it moves. and it's more of a mystery thriller than like a psychological thriller. So if you're just looking to dip your toe in the genre, this would be a good one too. It's definitely unputdownable.
Yeah, and obviously anything that says New York Times best-selling author on it is probably a good one. Is that pretty accurate,
I
right?
think so.
They kind of know what they're doing there.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. So The Good of the Woods by Liz Moore is the #1 book.
This was our favorite.
Our favorite book of the year of 2024. And then we also have Wandering Stars, a novel by Tommy Orange.
Oh yeah, Tommy Orange is awesome. He's probably one of the most important Indigenous writers, contemporary Indigenous writers, I think. He wrote There a couple years ago, which is stellar. But this one is part historical fiction, but also part family story. It's 3 generations of Indigenous people, and the oldest generation actually was in the Sand Creek. He was a survivor of the Sand Creek Massacre, which happened in Colorado.
Very interesting.
So it has some like Colorado ties.
Yeah, very interesting. I got to ask, because I stopped by the Avon Public Library quite a bit. There was a lot of Native American stuff out there in the last month or two. Is that the time of year? What's kind of happening with those books? In that genre?
November is Native American Heritage Month.
Awesome.
So it's a time to celebrate and learn about.
So this is a good one, and it's just kind of a beautiful cover here. Wandering Stars, Tommy Orange, good stuff. Nick,
that was Best of the West. I forgot to tell you what category.
Best of the West. Yeah, we're keeping Nick on his toes here with all the the book displays here. So up next, we've got another New York Times bestseller. This one's The Ministry of Time. Another very cool and artsy cover. But what's going on with this one? I see a boy meets a girl. Here we go.
This one was our best genre fiction. Interesting, this is a debut, so this is the author's first book, which we always love to celebrate and support. It's definitely genre bending. There is romance in there. There's a little bit of time travel, a little bit of climate fiction as well. It's kind of post-apocalyptic, but not like in a super scary way. I think it's great for anybody who reads Emily St. John Mandel, who I adore. The writing is awesome. We had like 6 different booksellers read it, all from like sci-fi to romance, and they all loved it.
That's
a good thing for
stamp of approval. Yeah. It says witty, sexy, escapist fiction that packs a substantial punch.
I agree.
That's a great selling point. All right, let's keep it going. We got Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
This one's our best paperback, or in case you missed it, in hardcover. This was a really good seller for us in hardcover, and we're excited to get to share it in paperback finally. It is about business, but more specifically like 2 friends and how they navigate going into business together, and they keep kind of missed connections like with each other for over decades. But it's about the relationships we build, how that relates to the work that we do, and it's set in the 90s. So technically, this is going to make you feel old. It makes me feel old. It's called historical fiction, which sucks. But more so because like it's definitely set in that time and rooted in that period in time.
Totally,
a great book.
Totally fine. I've heard kids are calling that time period the late 1900s.
Yeah,
so
brutal.
I grew up in the late 1900s. Super brutal. I mean, it's technically accurate, but super brutal. All right, on to the next one. We got The Horse, A Galloping History of Humanity. This one sounds sweet.
This is cool. This is not for the light of heart. This is our best hardcore history. Tim Weingard is actually a professor down at Mesa in Grand Junction, and this is his second kind of sweeping history book. His first one was called The Mosquito, and it was the human history of the mosquito. This one is the human history of the horse.
Which is pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even sure what it goes into, but I know that there's some history behind that.
It changed the way humans evolved and the way humans created civilizations and which ones fell. It's very, very interesting. He's a great writer, great thinker.
And I mean, that history is still being written today with horses, right? Does it kind of get into that?
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful cover, too, as well. Beautiful book. Awesome. We've got A Walk in the Park, the true story of a spectacular misadventure in the Grand Canyon. This sounds sweet.
This one's awesome. This was our best literary nonfiction. Kevin wrote The Emerald Mile, which was a bestseller for us. We still sell 30 copies a year, like 12 years later, which is crazy.
Awesome.
But this one is about Kevin and Pete McBride, who's a photographer for Nat Geo. The 2 of them are best friends, and so they decided to go walk rim to rim the Grand Canyon, which very few people have done, and they were horrendously underprepared. So it's kind of funny. There's a couple spots that are a little gross because they don't pull any punches as far as telling you what happened. But he also does a great job of talking about the history of the land, not only like the recent history, but also like the deep time history you can see on the inside of the canyon with the different like millions of billions of years ago.
So many questions about the Grand Canyon. Obviously, a gem of our country here.
Totally.
And then if you read this book, you could probably drive out next summer and see it for your eyes if you haven't done that yet. Again, another beautiful book cover there. And then we're running out of time here. We got Medici.
Gotta go.
Medici Heist.
This is our best young adult heist set in 1517 Florence. A little bit of Robin Hood because the Pope is robbing the people and these kids decide to take the money back.
Love that. So that looks like a fun one. We've got Impossible Creatures.
This is my personal favorite, best family read aloud. Definitely the next Harry Potter. Much fun, much magic, different world. I would say like Narnia meets Harry Potter meets Harry Potter.
I love the the family reading together. I love that that's a genre because that's kind of what I grew up on.
Oh yeah.
When my dad would leave town, my mom wasn't allowed to read the book until he got back.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
were
one
all
of those.
reading it together.
We've got Haru Spring. It looks like something of a series, maybe.
Cute.
Or?
Yes, this is the first in a graphic novel series. This is our best kids graphic novel, which is the biggest genre in kids lit right now. It's growing like crazy.
Good.
So if you have a young person in your life, they're reading graphic novels, I can guarantee it. This is the best one for them.
Awesome. All right, and then we've got The Bakery Dragon.
Also one of my favorites. I have a soft spot for kids' books. This is our best picture book. It's about a dragon who discovers that baked goods and bread can also be gold that he can hoard. It's pretty
Awesome.
cute.
All right, well, we bought some more time, so we don't have to fly through these last couple here.
Cute.
But The Bakery Dragon, this one's pretty short. This one looks pretty quick. Lots of beautiful pictures here.
The illustrations are awesome.
I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but I'm trying to show it off for the camera here. But the Bookworm of Edwards has stuff for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And then if it's not in there, you guys will order it for people,
Totally.
right?
We love special orders.
Crepes still coming out of that cafe there.
Oh yeah.
Super popular crepe spot. I know I'm always getting one when I'm in there. I've always said I'm going to meet my future wife in the Bookworm of Edwards. So that's I'm obviously shopping for books as well. Awesome. All right, we've got this one is pretty thick and heavy, but this one's called Alpenglow.
This is our best cookbook of the year. We love this one because it actually celebrates seasonality in the Mountain West. So it has not only recipes, but it also has activities and crafts and ways that you can celebrate each of the seasons as they pass in our area.
That's pretty cool. And this, I'm just perusing right through. This is pretty nice because it doesn't seem like one of those cookbooks that's about 42 essays long at the start about growing up on a farm and how it just gets into the nitty gritty of like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what you need. So that's there's nothing wrong with cookbooks like that, right?
No, they're just not for everybody.
Just not for everyone.
Yeah.
So this one, if you're looking for it, outdoor celebrations for every season. And again, like some of these are just beautiful to have around the house, I think.
It's a great cover.
And just kind of having a book in your hand is a sensation that I hope people have forever.
Us too.
Right. So this, again, Alpenglow cookbook. Good one for it. All right, this one might take two hands. It might take a crane. But this one's called Frontier Cowboys of the Americas. Look at that. It's taking up the whole screen there.
That one's our best coffee table book, obviously. It's a big one. It's part of a series. They did like Ranchland was one of theirs too. The photography is outstanding. It's all black and white.
Wow.
Does a great job. There's like profiles. There are animals, landscapes, you name it. And it's about cowboys of not just the United States of America, but the whole of the Americas. So it celebrates ranch culture. It celebrates rodeo culture from the United States of America, but down into Mexico and South America as well.
This is a beautiful. Is this number 1 or is this number 10? Did we go backwards or?
This was our best coffee table.
Best coffee table. I could
an
totally
awesome
see
book.
that. This thing is a behemoth. It is beautiful. What is it about black and white?
I think in order for black and white photos to come out, you have to have such high contrast that I think they're so emotional because there is that like difference, that like stark difference between the different elements within the photo.
Definitely. Allie, thanks so much for joining us and going through all these.
Yeah.
These are amazing. Good kudos to the selectors or however you guys did this. The Bookworm of Edwards, if you haven't been, located in the Riverwalk, just a great place to grab a book, hang out, grab a coffee or a crepe, buy a book to take home. Just a great gem of our valley here, the Bookworm of Edwards. Allie, anything else I should ask you? Anything else people should know?
Well, we just had our website up on the TV there, so we have all those books on our website. We just redid it, so if you're a fan of the Bookworm and you've been there before, it may look a little different on our website, but all the stuff is still there.
I love that. I wish we had hours to talk about this, but we have about 10 seconds left of the show. So thanks so much for joining us, Allie.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
The Eagle Valley Library District has so many great ways for you to get reading. Well, we were so lucky we had Tegan stop by to give us some great information. Now, getting your library card is so easy. All you have to do is go in with a photo ID, and then you get access to their wide variety of amenities. So let's introduce you to the Eagle Valley Library District.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Tegan is here with the Eagle Valley Library District. We love seeing you, Tegan. I love talking with talking all things books with you is my favorite thing to do. We're always catching up.
Yes.
What do we have going on at the Eagle Valley Library District today?
Well, we got lots of programs, of course. So we
Okay.
got programs for kids,
Yes.
teens, and adults. But I did want to talk about our online offerings.
Okay,
So we do
yes.
have 24/7 access to the library, even if you can't make it into our doors.
Which is amazing, because
Good.
we know with the
Yep.
snow and everything else, we never know.
Well, exactly, and hopefully more snow. Or if you're at home and you didn't get to pick up your book, we do have ebooks and e-audiobooks available through our library.
I always forget this, and it's something, thank you for reminding us,
Yeah.
because the other day I was thinking I'm reading two books we were talking
Yep.
about, and then all of a sudden I'm like, they're both pretty intense. I'm like, I need a light read in
A
the
little
middle.
fluff, yep,
yeah,
yep,
and then I'm like, oh, I'm
absolutely.
too tired to drive. Hello.
Yep,
Get
online. Yep, hop online, evld.org.
Yes.
And so we have, it's called Libby, and you
Okay.
download it. It's an app. The app is called Libby.
Yeah.
It's Overdrive, and what you do is you hop in. It's ebooks and e-audiobooks. So if you're using Audible, this is a free way to get your audiobooks. None
So
of this
good.
costs.
See,
Yep.
we were just talking finances a minute ago and how you
Right.
can like cut down.
Yes,
this is
yes,
a good way to
this is a
cut down.
great way to do it.
Win-win, yes.
And if you see a wait list, go ahead and put yourself on a hold, because
Okay.
that might not, it's not indicative of how long it might take, because some
Okay.
people finish early. Whenever I finish early, I like to return the book early, because
Okay.
I figure if I'm waiting for a book, I would appreciate someone doing that.
Yes,
So I always return early, and then my favorite feature is the available now, because usually when I'm on it, like
Yeah.
just like you the other night looking for fluff,
Yes.
you want to know what you can check out right now. Best button.
Awesome. Okay, so I love this because I have not yet done this. I will do it when I
Oh,
go
okay,
home.
yeah.
I'm excited. So available now, obviously,
Yep.
means you can get the book right then.
Right then.
Wait list just means that someone has checked it out
Yes.
and then, okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
so even though it's an ebook, it still functions kind of like a physical
Cool.
book.
Okay.
And putting it on hold also helps us know that more people are interested in it, and so
Cool.
we might buy more copies so that you
Okay.
have greater access to it.
Awesome. And then for the ebook, is it, sorry, I just
No,
was
no, no,
thinking,
I
I
love
love
it.
this. When you like turn the page, etc., is it kind of like a Kindle? What does that feel
Yeah,
like?
so it can. Some people can read it on their phones,
Cool. I
and
love
so
that.
I'm always impressed because I'd like it a little bit bigger. And
Yes.
you can have it flip like a book.
Cool.
You can
Okay.
blow it up, so if you need it to be bigger, and plus with your
that's
device,
amazing.
yep, you
Okay.
can change the brightness. So it depends on like where you're choosing to read. If you
Okay.
need a little bit more light or not.
I love that you said that because I'm always like in my bed. I can
Yep,
see it right
yep.
now with my dogs, and I'm just like the like dark light, and I want it like bright or have the
Yep.
little lamp. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then with the audiobooks, again, you can have that.
Love.
You can download that onto your phone, so you can listen to it on your phone. You can play it through your car.
That's what I was about, because
Yep,
that's always
absolutely.
when, even recently I've been going from Edwards to Eagle, and
Yeah.
that little chunk. I think about it going there and back. You can.
Oh, you can get
so
it,
many
you can get
pages, so
instant
many
books.
books. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. That's so cool.
And it's a great way to get books in is the audiobooks, and even
Yeah.
just going around your house and doing chores. That's usually how.
Yes. I'm like with my earphones. I
Yep,
love that
yep.
earbuds.
And it makes dishes a little bit better, and
Yes.
you get a book in.
That's amazing. So, Tegan, with the audiobooks,
Mm-hmm.
something I think about versus, hearing the books on tape,
Yeah.
the audiobooks
Yeah,
versus
yep.
reading.
Yeah.
Do you lose, obviously, I just was wondering,
Yes.
I knew that you would know this, because you're, not physically looking at the words, making that
Yep,
connection.
yep.
What is, I mean, yeah,
So,
what do we
so
think
they've
about
done
this?
studies on
Yeah.
this, because you definitely have parents who are a little concerned if their kids more gravitate
That's
to
what- yes.
audio, and they're like, well, they're not reading.
Right.
Your brain is still doing a lot of work decoding the words and
Cool.
putting language together, so
Okay.
it's not cheating.
Okay.
So you're still getting the enriching experience of a story, and you're still, even though you're not reading the words, you're still hearing them, listening, decoding them, and so your brain is working just as hard.
I love that you said that, because I was just thinking, I don't have children, but I do have lots of friends. I'm an
Yeah.
auntie to many. And I think about that a lot, because I'm like, I don't want to tell them like, oh, Auntie Gretchen listens, because I'm obsessed. I
Right,
love
right.
audiobooks, but that's great to know. That's really, really, yeah.
And even clearly as adults, we like being read to.
Yes.
And so it's
Oh, yeah,
really,
good call,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so I don't think we grow out of that. I think
Right.
that's very much a human experience,
Yes.
is hearing stories orally.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's truth, yes. Because I know you and your little one are reading
Yep,
together, and
yep,
that's
absolutely, yep.
like such a connecting moment. And some of my favorite memories of being a little one was with my mom and dad
Yep.
and reading these
And
books.
read-
I
yep.
still, yeah.
And getting stories read to you, and then
Cool.
listening to stories. So audiobooks is just that continuation.
Okay.
And then give them a try. So I always recommend checking out a couple, because
Okay.
For me, it really matters the reader, because it could be a great story, but if the
Totally,
reader is
yes.
just not my thing, then
Not your
oh,
vibe.
struggling. So check out a few,
Okay.
Because the reader might not be your thing, or maybe it's not the story you're really into at that
Right.
moment. We have so many books. You don't have to finish anything. It's
Yes.
not homework.
So you can check it out
You
and
can
just
check it
give
out.
it back if you're.
Yep, return
No
it.
one's gonna have hurt feelings.
No,
it's
not
okay.
at all.
Well, and I love the way that the website is laid out. We can see like
good,
it's
yeah.
so easy. And I mean, I'm not the most techie of humans, but it's easy to figure out and just to navigate, which I think is so important.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that,
Yes.
because that is our new website, and
Yes.
so we launched it about let's see here, April of last year.
Yes.
So I'm really excited that you enjoy it.
I do, and it's so cool too because I'll get emails from you guys.
Yep.
And I love that because sometimes, like I said, we all get so into the hustle and bustle of life that I forget. Like, I'm stoked now. I'm like, audiobooks, hello. Like, Gretchen, like, this is, and I do agree with what you are saying, because one of my favorite things to fall asleep to is Harry Potter.
Oh,
the whole series.
Yes. Jim Dale is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I literally feel, I mean, always reading like movie in your head.
Yes.
But his voice brings the
He
characters.
does all the characters. So another one he does, just so you know, is Peter and the Starcatchers. Yes.
The one that
amazing.
you're reading.
Yep, absolutely.
Peter and the Starcatchers.
Yep,
Okay.
Peter and the Starcatchers.
I'm obsessed. So that is so great, Tegan. You're so wise, because all things books, because you are so correct in if you don't vibe with the voice or the energy, or even I like very animated, like what is his name again?
Jim Dale.
Jim Dale. Yes, he just brings it alive. But some people wouldn't like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just
and he could do
preference.
other voices.
Yeah. Oh my
But
gosh.
there's also audiobooks where it's a full cast.
Oh, I never knew that.
So then, because sometimes when people do a little kid's voice or a woman's voice or a man's voice, and it just doesn't sound right. So sometimes the full cast can also enrich that experience. So there's
exciting.
just a plethora of different audiobooks out there.
Yeah.
And you just dabble until you
Now
find your
I'm
jam.
you know, it's funny because I don't want to speak for you, but I know we both love old school, like touching the pages, like the
absolutely,
book.
yep.
I love the
It's
tactile.
never
like,
going to replace it, but it's just a good way to get some in.
100%, but I do really enjoy audiobooks over like some other things, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, that's brilliant. I need to remember now to.
Well, now you know, evld.org,
Yes.
and you just download. And if you have any problems or anyone has any, bring your device in. We're happy to help.
Oh, that's so good to
sometimes
know.
it's a connective issue,
Okay.
but we're able to help you troubleshoot.
To get the app.
To get the app and to make sure that you're on your way to getting your ebooks and audiobooks.
I love that. And Tegan, is the Wacky Winter Reading Program still?
Today's the last day to
Oh
turn
my
it
gosh.
in.
Okay.
Yep.
I love that. On brand, on trend. So today, because I can't believe tomorrow's March 1st.
Yep,
That's
I know. It went by so fast.
Wild,
Yep.
dude. Wild. I'm like, I haven't skied enough this season yet. I'm like, we gotta
we got to get out.
We gotta get out. So today's the last day. What is the last, like, how long do you have? Like, how many hours?
We're open until 5.
Okay.
And so you can also, if you want to take a photo and just scan it to us or send it to
Okay.
us, we'll take that.
Okay.
And then you get entered into the drawing for
cool.
Mountain Mushers.
Okay.
And so we're really excited to announce the winner soon.
Because that's the
That's the grand prize.
The
Yeah.
dogs with
Yeah.
what do you call that? The I know.
Sled dogs.
Thank you. It's a
Mushing.
Friday.
Yep.
I'm like, thank you. That is something I've never done out here.
I
That
haven't
is
either.
such a cool. That's neat.
And they were so generous to donate that, and
Cool.
so we're really excited.
Mountain Mushers. I
Mountain
love
Mushers,
that. I'll have
yeah.
to check that out too. So Tegan, is there like fun things I know always happening with you guys,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
this upcoming in the spring? Do you have something you're really stoked
Well,
about?
so again, we have our after-school programs, and so we every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we do something different across the district.
So
we also
cool.
have things for littles. So
Yeah.
if we do get snow or it's too cold, come on into the library. We got
Yes.
things for the littles to
I
do.
always
or
think
story
about
times.
like the fireplace. I don't know why.
Absolutely.
Every time I'm like, and
Yeah.
the space is so
Yeah.
beautiful. I love
Oh,
it.
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like our spaces because
Yes.
they are cozy and
They are.
and we're trying to invite people in. So
Yes.
even if you don't want to join a program, you can come and use our spaces.
I love it, yes. And I do think it's important to say, too, and we've said this before, it is such a safe space. And,
Yes.
like, if you are coming to research something that maybe is a little bit more taboo or you have someone, a friend in need, I
Yep.
think it's important
Yep.
to know that you can, I love speak up,
Yeah.
reach out. Like, you
Yep.
can talk to people at the library and they can help you find the
We're here to
resources
help.
you need. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that have, and that's
And that's
beautiful.
what we're here for. We're here to help, and even we have bookmarks if you can't ask us the hard
Love that,
questions.
yes.
So that you can still be directed on where you need to go.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
Yeah,
Honestly,
thank
it
you.
makes my heart so happy. And we love seeing you, Tegan.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Here in the couch early
Yep,
in the morning.
I love it.
Thank you, Tegan.
Thank you.
Eagle Valley Library District. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
TV8 Vail is expanding its distribution, and we want you to be the first to know. You can now find TV8 and our all-Spanish live stream Conecta en Vivo on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Search the channel store for TV8 Vail and Conecta en Vivo on your device and add them to your list of favorite channels. And as always, you can continue to live stream on our website at tv8vail.com or find us on Spotify. At home or on the go, you'll never miss a minute of your favorite local programs on TV8.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mi Casa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mi Casa and Mine House,
We would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you someone who works in the corporate world? Well, then this is a book that you're going to want to get your hands on. The 7 Tensions of Negotiation, How to Become a Master Negotiator. Well, we had the opportunity to chat with the author. That way we can give you a sneak preview before you get your hands on the book.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I have somebody very special on Zoom today. Not only is he a professor, he's also an author and an attorney. I have Cash Nickerson on with me. Good morning, Cash. How are you?
Hey, how are you, Liz?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being up with us nice and early this morning here on Good Morning Vail. I hear that there's some really great reading out there. Now, I think that when it comes down to negotiations, a lot of us get a little nervous or tense or anything like that. This is a very revealing new book, and it's called The 7 Tensions of Negotiation. Now, can you give us an idea as to what this book is about and how it can benefit all of us?
Absolutely. So you mentioned stress and tension, and sure enough, whether we're negotiating with a child, a loved one, or in a real business situation, we feel tension. How much we feel it may be how much we've suppressed it. If you don't recognize the fact that you have tension or may have tension, then you're going to potentially blow up or give up and not know why, what happened. And this happens to us a lot, doesn't it? So I've identified in this new book, The 7 Tensions of Negotiation, what are the 7 common tensions that exist so that when you sit down to negotiate, when you find yourself in negotiation, You can breathe and say, what am I feeling? Is it the relationship I'm uncomfortable with? Is it the outcome I'm worried about? Do I feel powerless? What tension am I facing? And then deal with that tension rather than blow up or give up.
I think that's a really important statement that you just made. And I have to say that just in our basic everyday lives, we have tension. So then when something comes about, like having to negotiate, like you said, even with a child or your neighbor or anything over anything that could be important, it gets, you get a little stressed. So I can understand why you wrote this book. How should people manage their tension? What are some good tools for us?
Yeah. So even getting in touch with your initial tension, take a beat, take a breath, feel in your muscles. The reason in an airport you see all those, massage places for your neck and shoulders is because that's where we often feel it. So you have to kind of actually get back in touch with it. And when you are feeling tense, which you will, hey, identify what it is. If it's the timing, I said, hey, Liz, I need this by Wednesday. It's the timing. It's not me, but you may well attack me and say, you're always pushing me. But really, let's just address the timing. And if you address the timing and not attack the person, you're going to start the path to success.
And not only that, you're giving enough notice so people should be able to see the date, the deadline, and then work through it and maybe outline things how they have to go about it so that it's all ready without all the choking anxiety because it's coming up, the date is coming up closer. So I think that's really, really cool. Now, I know you're going to have some really good tips for us as far as negotiating skills. Can you give us a few?
Yeah, I always come back to once you've identified yourself, you have to deal with yourself first. Then you have to observe the other person. What tensions are they feeling? Negotiation is a process of discovery, asking and listening, asking questions to get at what the tension is that they're feeling. You may not have a problem with them, but they may have a problem with you. And if there's a relationship issue on their side, no matter what you say or no matter what you try to do, until you both acknowledge that and deal with that, it's all going to be stressful and intense and nothing's going to get done. So it's really critical. Get in touch with yourself and then get in touch with the other person.
I love that idea. That's great advice because, we're all different personalities, we're all different characters, and we all have different levels of stress and anxiety and tension, like you say. So it's really important that we do what you say and get an idea of what the person is that we're dealing with and get in touch with our own boundaries for what we can produce without getting overly excited or tense or filled with just stress, because tension leads to stress, stress leads to anxiety, and then it's just not pretty after that. So let me ask you about your book. How long has it been out and where can we find it and all the other good stuff?
Well, you're getting a head start because it's just coming out in about a week.
Nice.
And so you're getting a head start. You can go to your favorite bookseller and pre-order it. You can order it at Amazon, or you can go to my website, cashnickerson.com, and order it as well. So the timing is perfect.
I think it's great. What made you write the book? What gave you the incentive to do this?
I got tired of reading theoretical books that had nothing to do with our actual day-to-day negotiations. I was tired of reading about how maybe you could get one person to take the peeling of the orange and the other person have the orange. Everybody wants the orange. So I just felt there was a lot of unrealistic literature out there, and we needed to be real and get real about what really happens in our lives.
Well, Cash, you've done an amazing job. I can't wait to get my hands on this book. Will it be everywhere? Amazon? What? Local bookstores?
Everywhere. Everywhere you can get a book, it'll be there.
Well, I hope that you have a huge success with this. I have a feeling you will, because it seems to touch on the human spirit more than anything else, and that's what's important. So whether it's business, family life, personal life, get this book. It's going to be really, really good. The 7 Tensions of Negotiation, written by Cash Nickerson. I can't thank you enough for being here, and I wish you the best of luck, and I know it's going to be a huge success.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Have a great day.
You too as well. Great information, everybody. Look out for that book, and we'll let you know when it hits the stores locally as well. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail on TV8 after this.
Good morning, Vail.
The Paltrow Cast is an award-winning weekly series featuring exclusive interviews with entertainers, athletes, and other influencers. Tune in weekdays at 10 a.m. to see where the conversation takes us.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season in front of you.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G. My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair.
Second chair nightmare.
Yeah, second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
Ready to power up for summer? Whether you hike, bike, golf, or just want to feel great, get ready for summer with Mountain Recreation. Sign up for our Power Up for Summer promo and get 4 personal training sessions, a nutrition consultation, and exclusive recovery group access, all for $250 at the Gypsum Rec Center. Register by March 24th for April sessions at mountainrec.org or the Gypsum Rec Center front desk. Mountain Recreation. Active, healthy, together.
Are you looking to spice up your career life? Well, then TV8 Vail is looking for some part-time hosts. There's no better way to start your morning than here with the TV8 and Good Morning Vail team. You can email your resumes to Danielle at tv8vail.com, and that way you can be part of the fun.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for a great guide to confidence and some self-management? I know I am, and Hey There, High Flyer is a book you're not going to want to miss out on. We had the opportunity to interview the author, Barbara, to give you a sneak peek, so let's hear what she has to say.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Up next, we're talking with a Colorado author with a new book called Hey There, High Flyer. We have Barbara Morris Blake joining us. Barbara, how are you this morning?
I am just great, and it's so great to be here to talk about Hey There, High Flyer.
Yeah, and so this is the High Achieving Woman's Guide to Confidence and Self-Management. Where did this book come from? How did you get the idea and the passion to write this?
Well, I've been coaching for more than 20 years, and a lot of the women that I've coached are high achievers. And I started recognizing different patterns and some of the challenges that they were having. So I started adding these strategies to my coaching sessions, and they worked. So I wanted to share that experience and these techniques with high achieving women.
Yeah, and there's so much going on in the book here, and it's beautiful, easily consumed, which is great. What are some of these things that you address in the book, though, to help high achieving women?
Well, when I started writing the book, I did a survey of self-identified high-achieving women. And the number one issue that high-achieving women struggle with is sort of balancing their life, the stress, confidence, but especially around that stress management. And another issue is around the imposter syndrome as well. So we really target those areas, but there's other things too, like decision-making, perfectionism, understanding your own personality, communication, all those things that, most of us have to deal with. But the high achieving woman puts so much pressure on themselves to excel at everything that these things can be, definitely can impact their life in a negative way. So learning these techniques can really make a difference to their level of happiness.
Definitely, and this is in the workforce and outside of the workforce, right? You have tips and tricks for kind of everything in life, right?
That's right. Well, we all blend together, don't we now? We're not just work and we're not just, home. We're such a blend of our whole lives now.
Yeah, and what's one piece of advice? I know there's a lot in here, but what's one piece that can make an immediate impact for women?
Well, a lot of women struggle with the imposter syndrome, but even if that's not an issue for women, understanding how your brain works, your own cognitive processes, your own cognitive patterns, and being able to change that is just amazing. And we do know that we can change the way we think, and when we change the way we think, we can change our behavior.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
Definitely, definitely. Can you explain that imposter syndrome for people that might not be aware of that?
Oh, that's that gnawing feeling that you're not as good as people think you are, and that it's only going to be a matter of time before you get caught not being as good as people think you are. And it's not a good feeling. Men have it too, but women struggle more with it. In fact, a survey just recently discovered that 75% of leading women that lead, have experienced the imposter syndrome at one point in their career.
Wow.
So it's pretty prevalent.
Yeah, and what's kind of like some tips that you offer in this book to help women reach their full potential and maybe get out of that?
Well, we go back to the survey, and the first thing is really understanding stress, what it does to you, how you can avoid it to the best degree. I mean, we all have stress, and some stress is actually really good, but to be in control of that, and then understanding your own personality, your own communication style, so that you can adapt and connect with others. And it does help build relationships too. And then, of course, dealing with those feelings, imposter feelings, being able to really manage your emotions, that we're not, we don't have to react the way that we've reacted in the past. We can have more control and create some new neural pathways, which makes it easier and easier as time goes on.
Definitely, definitely. And so, hey there, high flyer. This is for women that might be leading already or hope to lead one day in their career or in their personal life. But who exactly are you reaching out to with this book, or who's the audience?
It is for women, although I have had a couple of men who've read it and said, "Why did you make it for women? This is us too." And of course, with the imposter syndrome, men experience that as well, and stress and all the other things that are there. It's just that women, we do have sort of extra issues when it comes to like managing their family and things like that. So I wanted to really target that. But I had a woman give it to her teenage daughter, and her daughter it's really made a huge difference with her daughter, which is great to think that young women could learn these skills, learn these strategies and techniques, so that they don't have to go through what some of us have had to go through over the years. And then, of course, I've had people in their 50s go, "Oh, I wish I'd had this 20 years ago." So it's really widespread for any woman who identifies themselves as being a high achiever.
Definitely,
and you kind of know when you are.
Definitely. And what's one thing you might have learned while putting this book together, either about yourself or about the material itself?
Well, it was interesting to step back and really see, the impact of some of these strategies, and being that much more aware during the writing of the book. I talk about grit in the book, and being able to stay with something that's hard right to the end. I'm an extrovert. Writing this book did not come naturally for me at all. Being able to sit and just be alone and write is just not in my nature. So being able to develop that was good for me, I think. And it also helped me, just even be that much more empathetic to my clients who go through the same thing.
Amazing. And so what's kind of next for you? Are you looking into another book, or what's next for you?
I don't know if I'm going to have another book of me. I love coaching. I love team coaching and individual coaching. I do have a leadership development course that I just launched not too long ago for young leaders. So just more, I just love what I do. So more of what I do as long as I can.
I love it. I love it. Hey There, High Flyer, out now. Where can people go for more information, either about the book or about you as the author?
Well, my company is Elevate Organizations, and my website is www.elevateorganizations.com. And the book is available everywhere that you can buy online books, so Amazon or Barnes and Noble, anybody. Either you can buy it through the website www.elevateorganizations.com or through any of the outlets.
Awesome. And it's just under 200 pages. It's broken down beautifully. Like I said, it's easy to consume. Hey There, High Flyer. Thanks so much for joining us, Barbara. I hope you have a great rest of your day down there in Pueblo, and looking forward to hearing how people think about this book.
Thank you so much. It's a real pleasure to talk to you.
Awesome. Thanks again. Hey There, High Flyer. Check it out. Men and women, but definitely written for women. And stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
We hope that you've enjoyed this Sunday morning edition of Good Morning Vail. Now, I personally know that I'm an avid reader. I love books, so this has inspired me to maybe learn some great negotiation skills, to maybe boost my confidence and self-managing skills as well, and all of those great books that Ali Teague had recommended. I know that I love to get out there and read, and I love the Bookworm of Edwards. I love the Eagle Valley Library District, so we hope that we've inspired you today to do some great reading. Get out there and have a wonderful Sunday, everyone.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
Innovators.
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
doers and dreamers.
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
Ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
Living your best life and making memories with your friends. That's me, Elizabeth. And today I'm exploring some amazing sites. Come with us. Welcome to Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World.